guys, in today's video I want to show you how I take my Instagram photos, which means I want to go through the process with you guys of planning a photo, doing a photo shoot, and then editing a photo for Instagram. And I don't want this video to just be me showing you how I do it. I also want to give you guys some tips and tricks for how to take better Instagram pictures and just make your Instagram better if you want to. It's up to you. Some of the pictures on my Instagram are really spontaneous. It just happened to be that I was there, I had a cute outfit on, and I got a good picture. Or it's just a selfie in the car with my boyfriend, or it's just a picture of sidewalk chalk. Those things I don't obviously plan out, they just kind of happen and the picture turns out good. But most of the time I do try and plan out one of three things. Either I have an outfit that I know I want to wear to get a picture in, I have a concept, which is like my inspiration for a photo that I want to try and do, or I have a location that I know I want to get a picture at. 99% of the time I have one of those three things in my brain, and then the rest of the other two elements of the picture, whether it be the outfit, I don't know what I want to wear but I have an idea for the picture, or I don't know the location. I always have one, and then I kind of fill in the blanks with where the location should be, what poses or concept I'm going for, and then what outfit I'm going to wear. For photo inspiration, I use Pinterest. Pinterest is such a great way to find inspiration for all different things, makeup, hair, outfits, literally everything. And so I'm able to look through different photos, and if I already have an idea in my brain like, oh, I want to do pictures at the beach, I can just type in beach photos and then see different people, what they did, their poses, their outfits, and kind of get some inspiration for myself. When I have a photo that I like, I'm not trying to replicate it exactly. I'm not going to do the exact same pose or necessarily the exact same location, but it's basically just the vibe or the one part of the image I'm like, ooh, I want to do that. So for example, a picture I just did yesterday, which I'm going to show you that photo shoot in a second, was based off of this photo. And the thing that I didn't want to replicate her pose, I wasn't going to try and do the same outfit. I just loved how the angle was and how the sky was the only thing you saw behind her. So that was the only thing that I wanted to use as inspiration for this photo shoot. Once I figured out what I want to wear, where I want to do the pictures at, and a concept, I will go and actually take the pictures. Most of the time I'm lucky enough to have someone take photos of me. I don't have to do them myself. I have two people who do that for me. One is my sister. She wants to be a photographer when she grows up. She has a professional camera and she's been working on this for a couple of years now, so she's very skilled, and it's very easy for her and I to get pictures done together because she knows my style. We've been doing this a while now, and I'm able to tell her what I want, what I'm looking for. And then the second person who would take pictures of me would be my boyfriend, Aaron. He also has a professional camera, and he also is really good at photography. I really lucked out because the two people that I'm closest to and that I hang out with the most both have professional cameras, and they're both really good photographers. So, but they live in Florida, and when I moved to DC for college, I had to start doing pictures of myself with a tripod, and it's hard. Tripods aren't bad. The only thing with me with tripods is I'm so socially awkward, so I could not go and just set up a tripod and then start posing for pictures with people watching me. That would make me so incredibly uncomfortable. But when I have someone who's actually like physically taking pictures of me, people are like, oh, like, it's okay, like she has a photographer. But if it's just me, it's so awkward because I know people are watching, and like knowing what I'm doing and taking pictures with a tripod is just like, oh, gives me anxiety. So I tend to, if I do have a picture with a tripod, like when I was in DC, I did it in places where there weren't people around. There are some people on Instagram who solely do their pictures with tripods, which props to them because it's hard and I couldn't do it if there were people around. And I know I've seen like Autumn Rain, she does a lot of her pictures with a tripod, which is really impressive. And she has said that there's been times where people were watching her from their car. Whew, gives me anxiety just thinking about it, so props to you, girl.
Okay, so here are some tips and tricks I have when you are doing your photo shoot. First off, I would recommend when you have a photographer or with a tripod, you take a couple test shots, and before you get too far into it where you're just taking a ton of pictures and trying a bunch of different poses, just take a couple first and then look at the pictures yourself and make sure that you like what you're seeing. If you do a whole photo shoot before you check and see if you like them, then it's kind of a waste of time. You might think in your brain, oh, these are gonna look great. Then when you actually look at them, you're like, oh, it actually looks really weird with that tree behind me. It looks like there's a tree coming out of my head or something. You just wanna look before you get too far into the photo shoot. Once you look, you can go and try and do some different poses. For me, a tip I have with poses is it's really helpful if you're moving around. So I just move a bunch and she snaps a bunch of pictures of me, and then you see what you get. So as you can see, I'm walking around, I'm moving the camera different ways, I'm kind of swirling my skirt around just so you get some movement in your pictures. Movement always looks good in your pictures, looks more candid and natural. I definitely don't plan out poses in advance. It kind of just happens in the moment, which I think is the best way to do it because you'll get something that's natural if you're just moving around and trying different things and not thinking too much about it, because then it'll look forced. Props are super helpful when you're taking pictures because it gives you something to do with your hands. So for this picture, I had an old film camera, and it just gave me a really easy way to pose, and it gave me something to hold. Props don't have to be very complex. You could get sunglasses, a hat. Literally anything can be used as a prop just to kind of give you something to do in the pictures, not just standing and putting your hands on your hips and posing.
And my number one recommendation is to take a ton of pictures because you'll never regret having too many options in life. So the first thing after a photo shoot, obviously once we get home, is we put the SD card in the computer, load up all the pictures, and then I go through and I pick my favorite ones, and those are the ones that I put on my phone. Now comes the editing part. So I'm going to upload all the pictures that I selected as my favorite onto my Lightroom. I'm going to be using my brand new summer preset pack, which is available for purchase right now. It'll be the link in the bio to edit these pictures, and I want to show you guys how these work. The summer preset pack includes 3 presets that I made myself. We have Salty, Sea, and Shore. These presets make it super easy to have a really great cohesive summer feed. I'm super excited to show you how they work. So for this picture of me at the beach, I will show you the different presets on it. So the 3 presets we have are Salty, Sea, and Shore. This is what Salty looks like. Salty, obviously because the name is Salty and salt is white, that was kind of my idea behind the name. So the preset itself is more white. For me, I don't want beach pictures to be super whitewash like this. This one looks great whenever you have a background that's more neutral and that you want to pull out the color white from. So for this one, I would recommend using Sea because the colors look so great. You get to see all the colors of the ocean. I look really tan and I'm not that tan, so the colors look really great on this one. And it just makes it really vibrant. So this is the before and this is the after with Sea. And then the last one is Shore, which is kind of an in-between of Sea and Salty. So for this one, I'm going to go with Sea. But let's look at other pictures that the other presets look great on. So for this photo shoot, the one I did on the roof, these pictures are not really great. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick one. So this is the original picture. Let's edit with the presets. So again, we have Salty, which looks great for this picture. You still see the colors, but the background is more white. This is Sea, and this is Shore. For this one, I'm gonna go with Shore. Okay, so here's a picture I took the other day in my mirror, just putting on lipstick. Looks cute. You'll see it on the feed in a little while. So let's look at the presets on this one. This is Salty, this is Sea, and this is Shore. So obviously Sea in this picture looks super underexposed and really dark because I took this inside, and Sea is really designed for those outdoor, super bright, colorful pictures. So for this one, I'm gonna go with Salty. I think that this picture looks beautiful with Salty. This is the before, this is after. Salty really looks great. These presets are awesome because you really don't have to do any adjusting with them. The only thing you would ever have to adjust with these presets is the exposure, because if you get a picture and it's super bright, then you might have to change the brightness level, which is the exposure. Or if you get a picture and it's super dark, you might have to up the exposure, but that's really the only thing you have to change, and these presets look amazing. This preset pack is only $20, you get 3 presets. A lot of people charge that much for just 1 preset, and you're getting 3 for only $20, which is really good. Since you guys are watching this video, it means that you are really loyal subscribers of mine to be able to watch this whole video through. So I'm gonna give you a discount code for $5 off the presets. The information to get it for $5 off will be in the description. I'm really excited for you guys to get to try these and get to use these on your Instagram feed, and definitely make sure that you tag me in your photos and use the hashtag TheaMariePresets so I'm able to see them. And I would love to, if you tag me in them, to repost them on my story, which will give you guys attention too. So it really is an awesome deal. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and I will see you in the next video. Woo!